In today's video, we will be doing something very different. We will actually be building a massive museum here in DEADRAILS. And without further ado, let's actually hop on over to the train station here. We are going to go ahead and equip the cattle car. I have already bought it for 225 bonds. And for this video, we will also be using the high roller class so that we can actually earn more money. And to start off the run, of course, we are going to come over here and pick up the gold bar. We are going to go ahead and sell it. Now that we have $95, we can actually go ahead and buy a revolver for ourselves and a few extra coal. The goal of this episode is to pretty much decorate this entire cattle side. We are going to try to collect as many items as possible, whether it be miscellaneous items or whether it be mobs. Now, of course, we are going to go ahead and actually protect ourselves first, so we want to be sealing off these conductor sides. I believe that should be good enough already, and we can come over here and just block this up so that we don't actually have any mobs climbing through that. And nice, we can actually fit. So we are going to go ahead and head to the next few buildings here. Now, most of these buildings are going to be very important, especially the ones that can actually give us miscellaneous items, such as the furniture, because we actually want some decorations in our train. And just like that, we actually were able to get rid of 3 of these outlaws already, which definitely helped speed up the collection by a ton here because I didn't actually expect to find any of them this early on. So of course, we are going to have the outlaw and his horse already wheeled onto the train here. We will have some other items that we need to store here, so let's go ahead and find the next building for us. And we actually just caught a werewolf right here, so on our way to actually to the sheriff here, a werewolf did decide to spawn and camp us, so we are going to go ahead and beat this guy up. And just like that, we actually have a werewolf ready to go here. And just like that, coming over here to the sheriff here, we actually got a rifle. And of course, we got some nice other loot here. However, there isn't really too much left here. And it's already nighttime, so it's going to be very dangerous for us. I believe this is probably going to be a zombie night. So let's go ahead and make our way back to the train. So we have just arrived on our first town here. I've already done a little bit of clearing. We did fortunately pick up a couple of guns here. We actually have the revolver, rifle, and a Mauser here are all readied up here. We are going to go ahead and beat this guy up since he decided to be nice and get trapped in there. So we are hoping to actually get rid of some more of these zombies. And I've also been facing a lot of issues recently with this. So basically I killed this guy, right? He doesn't even drop the banknote anywhere. It's so disappointing. And after a while, we did reach the first safe zone. We have stocked up on multiple materials here. But more importantly, we actually need to go ahead and get ourselves some bullets here if we actually want to have a chance of surviving. So we are going to go ahead and buy all of this right now. It's going to be very, very good. We actually need to get ourselves some meds as well. And now we are going to go over here and actually buy ourselves some snake oils here so that we don't die. Very important here because we don't want to be wasting all of our efforts here. So here we are. We actually have a lot of stuff already stocked up here, as you can see. We have the box of metal sheets also outside readied up here. However, we still aren't ready to actually build our museum yet. We still need to collect some other materials, so we are going to go ahead and try to find some more. And this house looks like a good spot to actually chill. Just like that, we are already at a brand new town here. We are going to go ahead and loot everything possible. So we already do have the banker's code here, and for some reason, zombies have been spawning here inside the banks very often now, like literally every single time. Gets annoying, but it's fine. We should be able to loot it anyway. And there we go. We actually have access to the bank now, which is going to be very nice. I'm probably going to actually use all of these gold bars. Okay, I'm failing at collecting everything. But I'm probably going to be using these gold bars and silver bars later on for the decoration on the train. So we are going to go ahead and actually put everything here first before we go ahead and loot the other buildings. And we finally did find a barrel here and a nice painting with the banjo, so that we can definitely add up some more decorations onto our train. And as you can see over there, I actually did manage to trap a werewolf in there, which I would not actually care about. And at the 27,000 mark, I indeed did find this Tesla area, which is going to be very nice. Of course, we won't be spawning the boss himself, because we actually only care about the loot, which we can actually pick up from over here. And honestly, this area has so much loot potential here, like literally so much decoration. We are going to go ahead and pick that up. Probably going to pick up all of his body parts, actually, I'm not too sure. And here it is, we actually found the brain in a jar, which is going to be super, super useful. And after a while of actually picking up all of his materials here, we have a full sack already. We have everything we actually want, and we can actually build the boss himself inside our museum later on when we are actually ready to get building. Now that we've actually made it into the safe zone, I'm actually going to go ahead and drop everything out here for now. We really need everything to be sorted out here. We'll actually get rid of everything first. We'll move everything out and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. And now that we actually have everything already thrown out of the train, we have started off with the decorations here with the crucifixes. Honestly, I would have loved to actually have some more paintings here. I've got insane ideas, honestly, just like putting them over the walls, putting them over the ceilings. But unfortunately, we don't have enough resources to actually pull that off, so that's going to be very, very sad. However, we are going to go ahead and put this box in the center here. And we do have some of these light sources that we are going to be putting in corners. And what I actually want to do now is actually get the head wherever I actually threw that. So it's over here, the brain in the jar. What I actually want to do with this brain in the jar is pretty much put it on top of here so that it actually looks like it's floating. However, it's going to be difficult, and there we go. We actually did it. We got a box with the floating brain already. It's going to look really, really cool here. And just beside it, we are of course going to try and put these gold bars down. And so far, this is pretty much what we have done. We've pretty much placed up these paintings and other stuff. We will be getting these chair downs in a bit, so probably going to try and make it look like a table or something over here. Of course, rotating these things are very painful, honestly. We have this, we have the barrel, and then the golden cup above it. We've got this so far, we've got the brain in a jar. And so far, that's pretty much the updates. I do have to bring everything in first, and I'll bring you guys back again once I'm actually ready with the builds. And after a while of actually fixing the train, here it is. Here is going to be the final output of our mini museum here. When you get onto the train here, you've got 2 of these crosses waiting for you. Also, if you guys do see these werewolf limbs, their torsos, whatever, comment them down below. These are going to be the Easter eggs for this video. And then, of course, we have this picture taking wherein we can actually capture everything. We've got the silver piles. We've got silver piles again. The banjo here, I find it quite nice, paired up with all of these paintings, of course. And we do have the cure found on the ceiling. Like I said, more paintings would be very, very much appreciated, honestly. We've got some of these statues placed around strategically. We've got a nice gold pile over here. We actually have a box of sheet metal with the brain in jars on top. Then we've got both of these stone statues beside each other. We've got a barrel with your gold cup, so if you're looking to actually drink some beer, you can go ahead and just get this cup and get it right done. And we also do have this, whatever this is supposed to be. We've got this. And then we also have the bank guy. So the bank guy is of course going to be over there. We've got some werewolves running around right now, which is not ideal. And I actually just remember we can actually add something else into this museum, which will actually make it very, very nice. And now it's actually looking a lot better, I'd say. I mean, we decided to add some guns. Unfortunately, werewolf did spawn, so it got rid of the crosses here, which is not really the best thing in the world. And honestly, this looks like a fine place to end the video. We've got our mini museum here. If you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure you guys do hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get 1,000 as fast as possible. And I'll see you guys in the next video.